royal absolutely loathes, hates, and never wants to return to this beautiful area of the United Kingdom, beautiful area of Scotland. We're talking about the Queen's favourite personal home, Balmoral Castle. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? All right, today, thank you so much as ever for joining me and welcome one and all brand new subscribers. Balmoral Castle, have you ever been near? I hear you cry. I have, in fact. I've got to be honest, each time I've been, it's rained, but it actually adds to the charm. And the village, by the way, is like something that you could literally lift out of one of those tins of biscuits, on the front. Very charming. And of course, this was the place where our late and wonderful monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, felt truly at home. And when you go to Balmoral, you can understand why. It's a sort of secluded place. You can understand also why Queen Victoria fell in love with the area, because even in her time, it would have been a seclusion that she really, really admired. Now, of course, moving forward with royals, not every person in the British monarchy liked Balmoral Castle. It has to be said. I think you have to be born to it. The late and beautiful Princess Diana was allegedly bored there, and you can imagine a very young girl, not really that much to do for her, and a whole new way of life. Let's not forget, though, that Diana herself, if you look at her history and background, was certainly more regal and more royal than, in fact, His Majesty the King. So you would have thought she may have understood the remit better. But one person who refuses to go back to Balmoral, and this is the bigger problem now, if you think about it, is none other than the minor royal, for 10 minutes at least, the cable TV actress Meghan Markle, sometimes using the title the Duchess of Sussex. Now, according to a very well-placed source, Meghan just doesn't like Balmoral, doesn't want to be there, finds the whole setup very archaic, in the sense of that, the men go out shooting, fishing, hunting, and the women are supposed to stay at home and just meet up for picnics. Afterwards, she found the whole experience totally dull. And if you recall, then suddenly banned Prince Harry from, going out on any hunts, even though no animals were hurt in this process. It's simply now just a chase, which is far better, if you're an animal lover like myself. Don't agree with everything, obviously. But what's interesting here really is that, according to that well-placed source, Meghan and Harry wouldn't have minded returning back here to the United Kingdom to see His Majesty the King up at Balmoral on his own private estate of Birkdale Hall if they could base themselves at Windsor Castle. I kid you not. And this was the thing, that they could fly up, oh yes, that eco-warrior flying up again, all the way up to Balmoral to maybe spend maybe a day and a half just up there, and then base themselves back at Windsor Castle. This was the real deal, and this apparently was the seal on the deal as to why Meghan, no chance really of ever going back, did not want to be trapped at Balmoral, whether it be at Birkdale Hall or not, or indeed on one of the many cottages on their estate. Just simply couldn't stand it, according to that good source. Of course, Harry, as ever, henpecked, did not want to make it difficult for his wife. So that is part of the reason, alongside the others which we cited, about no phones, no contact, and more or less, NDAs, non-disclaimers about discussions, would have taken place. Better still, being brutally frank, most people could have about stomached the return of Prince Harry, but nobody really wanted to be on edge and ruining their personal holiday alongside Meghan Markle, who, let's face it, whatever you think, has done so much to make the very fractious family of the British monarchy. But there's no need to worry. As long as they're at Balmoral, Meghan will stay away. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.